Now I know exactly what you're about to ask. Gummy, I want to jump down this well but my mummy won't let me. Can you help? And to that, I'll give the same advice I always give in these kinds of situations. If it's too dangerous to do in real life, just do it in a video game instead. This is Downwell, a game about, well, going down a well. You play as this little guy who is trying to reach some kind of treasure at the bottom, which begs the question, did he ever plan for how to get back up afterwards? Now you may be thinking to yourself, a game about going down a well? That sounds well boring. What could a developer have possibly done to spice things up a bit? 3 words. Second Amendment rights. You see, in this well, there's a bunch of funny little creatures that want nothing more than to kill you. And so our hero has brought along his trusty pair of gun boots to, well, kill them instead. Okay, enough waffling. How does this game actually work? Start by going down the well, since, you know, this is a game about going down the well. The well has 4 areas. The Cavern, which is the most basic area in the game and home to the most basic enemies. A Catacombs, which introduces spiked floors and ghosts which drop dead bodies for some fucking reason. Aquifer, which takes place underwater and requires you to manage your oxygen level as well as your health. And Limbo, where everything is red and floaty and yo, look at those combos! There's also a final boss at the very end, but I haven't shown it in the video. And that's because I don't want to spoil the ending to you guys. And yeah, that's the actual reason, and it's not just because I'm not very good at the game. And I wasn't able to reach the final boss during my recording sessions, of which there are only 2 of them. Each of these areas has 3 levels each, and you must complete all 3 of these levels before proceeding to the next area. The levels themselves are procedurally generated, meaning no 2 runs of this game are ever the same. Also meaning this game is technically a roguelike, if you would like to lean towards calling it that. As mentioned previously, the well is filled with enemies who want nothing more than to see you on the national database of missing persons, and so you use your trusty old gun boots to defend yourself, which literally shoots bullets out of your feet. How cool is that? The control system in the game is actually really intuitive. When you're on the ground, you jump. When you're not on the ground, you shoot. Same button for both. But wait, that's not all. In each level there are also a number of side rooms. These side rooms can contain a gun module, which switches the style of shooting that your gun boots do. Heart-shaped gun modules will grant you a health point, while bottle-shaped ones will give you 2 charge points, which increase how many rounds your gun boots can fire before having to reload, which you do by simply landing on something. With me so far? That's not the only thing these side rooms can contain though, as they can also... Ah fuck, I completely forgot to talk about the gems, didn't I? Gems are the currency of Downwell. You get them in 2 main ways, either by killing enemies or shooting these piles of gems you can find in side rooms. You can use these gems to buy items at shops that will occasionally appear throughout your run, which can either heal your HP or increase your charge. Not only that, getting 100 gems results in a quote-unquote gem high, which increases the amount of damage you do with each bullet, although you will need to keep collecting gems in order to maintain it before it runs out. And not only that, at the end of a run, all of the gems you collected are added to a running total, and when certain amounts are reached, you can unlock things like new styles, which affect how your run plays, or palettes, which change the colours of your game. To which I have to ask, are there people who actually play like this? And if so, where do I find them? And that's Downwell. I know it sounds like I've just launched a barrage of information at you all at once, but trust me, it really isn't that hard to pick up. Like I said earlier, the control scheme is incredibly simple and only requires 3 buttons: left, right, and the button you use for both jumping and shooting. The controls themselves are incredibly tight and responsive, and every health point you lose actually feels like your fault and gives you an opportunity to improve your tactics for next time. New enemies are introduced with every area, which all have different ways of attacking you, keeping things feeling fresh throughout your run. The runs themselves can get a bit long, especially if you're hoping to beat the final boss, but let's be honest, if you're playing this in short sessions during lunch breaks, it's probably not going to be that good anyway. The art, while simple, is well executed, and all the characters and enemies manage to look charming and memorable, despite being made of only a few tiny little pixels on the screen. The game's music was composed by this Norwegian freelance musician, whose name I'm not even going to try to pronounce, and I'm going to be honest, I don't really know how to rate music, so I'm just going to say it's good and the tracks stick in your head. Is that good enough? Come on, it's my first YouTube video, cut me some slack. All in all, Downwell is tons of fun, and I would highly recommend it to anyone who wants something they can just pick up and stop playing and that they don't have to think too hard about. I mean, come on, how often is it I rack up nearly a day's worth of playtime on a single game? Whoa, what are you doing? Don't scroll up there!